Is that it? Put it on my desk.
Okay.
Please march him out and shoot him.
Why are you...
Hey everybody, Patrick here with Rap for January 13th, 2014, and this is Monday Night Paintball. Behind the camera is my buddy Jason Fertig, and we're going to banter back and forth as we go over paintball news worldwide. I got it in one try this time. Alright guys, top story for you this week. SHOT Show 2014, for those of you not familiar with it, SHOT stands for Shooting, Hunting, and Outdoor Trade Show. It's in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's one of the biggest gun and gear conventions in the nation, and we have two guys there right now with 468 PTR showing them off to military and law enforcement customers for training applications. Cool, right?
Pretty cool event. Lots of good stuff comes out of it. Gets to put the PTR in the hands of a lot of different people, between the military and then people who just might want to use it for, target shooting in their backyard, or as a way to just practice, repetitive movements, things like that.
We had the 468 there last year, and a lot of people were asking, because it looks so much like an AR, they're asking what kind of caliber it was, because the barrel's big though, barrel 68 caliber. So that's usually the one thing that I can point out on like a 468 that I know it's a paintball gun because of the barrel size. And it was pretty funny having people ask like what kind of round it shot, because it looks, if that was a bullet, that would be an insanely large gun.
Well, 68 caliber paintball is bigger than a 50 cal.
Yeah, bigger than 50 cal.
So. Bigger, so.
Yeah, it looks like a shotgun barrel on an AR, so a lot of people were curious. So we got Omar there, probably gonna be a few videos popping up. I'm not there, so I can't say for sure. But hopefully he's not too busy selling PTRs, so he can stop and show us all how it's going.
That should be a good time for Omar out there.
Yes. Moving on, to this week's marker of the week goes to Matt Freeman with his 468 with the 203 on it. One thing I really liked about this kit, this is actually a picture of his entire kit, but I liked how he put a riser on the rear sight and not on the front sight. If you think about it, paintball-wise, your trajectory is a lot more of an arc, right? You don't have the feet per second to give the flat trajectory of a bullet, so it behooves you to have your front sight up higher, so then your barrel's at a cant, at more of an angles for those long shots. So I noticed that was like, that stood out at first, and then I realized that might actually be really useful in the field. So. Yeah,
I like the kit. It's a nice overall design. Looks like he took a decent amount of time when he planned it out. He's got some backup setups, it looks like, built into it. Like his rig too, it looks like, I think he listed it as an Australian chest rig.
Let me see this real quick.
Or Austrian or Australian, I think I read it up the other day.
SORD, Sword, Australia chest rig, holds 5 D-mags, 5 20-round D-mags, and a 4,500 PSI air tank with a dump pouch.
So definitely a nice load out there, got everything he needs in one convenient package, and well, I think he's going to run out of rounds before he runs out of air in that setup, so. Very
cool, very cool. Well, thanks for the picture, Matt. Awesome kit, not just the marker. Everything looks pretty slick on that. Thanks for sharing. Moving on, our field spotlight of the week is going to go to Combat Action Paintball in El Paso, Texas. Now, Combat Action Paintball, they're actually sponsored by us, so a lot of their pictures have our banners in the background and whatnot.
Yeah, pretty cool looking field. I think they just got off the ground a year or so ago. If I recall, I could be completely wrong on that, mixing it up with another field we've been working with. But it looks like a pretty cool setup. Got a lot of CQV action going on. And from what I understand, they use a lot of different rental markers, including some of our MagFed gear.
All right, moving on. The event of the week, we've mentioned it before, but we want to mention it again, is MagFed Mayhem on March 1st and 2nd. This is going to be a 26-hour scenario being put on by Viper Paintball. For those of you who aren't familiar, Viper Paintball puts on awesome scenarios, and you should go to this.
This is a MagFed game, but they're allowing in tack caps with a limited amount, as well as stick feeds on pumps. So it's opening up the MagFed door to a lot of other people. It's a continuation of the play style. They're also sitting in some other rules. I don't know them all off the top of my head, but I know there's stuff relating to ammo capacity, things like that, as far as carrying pods and other items.
Just trying to keep it, fair.
Yeah.
Don't want anybody out there having like ridiculously superior firepower.
Pretty much. But it should be a very interesting game. We're really looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing what Viper does. He's ran some really good games. Know he's up at Canadian Carnage soon. He ran the NWAR 1 and 2 as the event coordinator, and also is the one who takes care of Living Legends, which is very quickly becoming one of the largest events in the country.
Living Legends is huge. It is. I hear that the player, the head count there is ridiculously big.
Yeah, a lot of big stars, a lot of everything like that. And I think we can get the point to, you get enough people to this MagFed Mayhem event, we can turn that into the same kind of event.
Okay, so if we got, every year we got Living Legends, we got Fold the Gap, NWAR, Decay of Nations. Are those the 4 big games?
You also missed D-Day in there.
Oh, D-Day, right. That's the biggest one.
Yep.
So are those like our 5?
I think those might be some of the ones that we really look at going to and getting other stuff and getting at the events. If you guys want to see us other places, the California events and right around us are the easiest ones for us to get to. Just because, keep in mind, we do have to travel a lot. But if you guys can think of any other large events that you think would be worth us going to, make sure you let us know. And Patrick and I will take a look at them and see what we can do from our end. No promises, though, guys.
Have 468s will travel.
Pretty much, we work for paintballs and food.
Cool, man. So coming up next week, Fertig's going to bring in his gear and go over every single pouch he uses.
It's a ridiculous number, but everyone has a purpose.
You know, it didn't used to be. The last MagFed game, Kusha, actually part of the footage, he lost his vest, he was just wearing his belt, so he's like reducing his gear. For those of you who aren't familiar, Kusha is one of the members of our official team, ODSC, and he wears a lot of gear. Tons of kit on that guy. But he loved it. He always, you know, he didn't want to be without everything in his pouches. Then recently I saw him drop a vest and talk about how much easier it was to run around. And you, Fertig, you are picking that gear up and putting it on your kit, apparently.
Well, you've seen how many mags I like running with, so I always run on the theory better to run out of air than paint. So my kit has almost 20 mags on it. And then I found ways to integrate more pouches into it. I actually lighten and heavy the load based on the game I'm at. If I'm going to be out there for a long time, I add a few other pouches to it. If it's a short game, I take off stuff, so I don't always wear a Camelback on mine. I lose my sidearm a lot of times when I'm playing just small games if I don't think I'll need it. Stuff like that. So my load constantly changes, but the one thing that's pretty constant is how many mags I carry.
Actually, we've got an emergency SHOT Show video we need to put up right now because the guys are at SHOT Show right now and they're in the booth and we forgot about the video that's going to be kind of looping in the background, so we need to get on that.
Oh, there's one cool thing though that did pop up today when I was checking in some new product is we got in some new packaging new design.
Oh, yes. Speaking of which, MKP2 lock bolt, anyone? Look at this attractive box that's coming in.
So coming down the road, this is going to be the box that you receive your MKP2 lock bolts in. It's a very nice, clean box.
High quality cardboard.
Yes, indeed.
Deluxe.
It's a nice box setup. It'll make it a lot easier for us shipping stuff to you guys. So it'll be a lot harder for you guys to misplace it when it comes to you. And it'll also be a lot easier for us to pack into the boxes now.
Kind of awesome.
Definitely a very clean packaging.
I just always like seeing anything that I do on the computer. I like seeing it like physically real. That's like the best part.
I actually forgot you did that.
I did a few. I did this one and I did another one. I forgot what it was. What did I do the other one for? I did like 2 boxes like this.
I honestly can't remember what the other one was for.
It was for something else. It was for like a trigger system or something. Anyway, I did another one. It should be here.
It's for the ergonomic grip.
Yes, the Ergo, the
Ergo grip for the
MKV. Yeah, that one. I did that one. So that one should be here soon too. Cool. All right, guys. Well, I guess that's all we got for you.
That's everything for today, guys. Have a good week. Hopefully we'll see you out there on the fields and get some trigger time in if you can.
Yes, and thanks for watching. Oh, and remember, Monday Night Paintball is your show. We make from the content generated from our Facebook page. So if there's anything you'd like to see next week's episode, just go to facebook.com/rap4usa and let us know. Looking forward to hearing from you, and we'll see you out there.